Why do you live on the beach? She changed the subject and challenged him. Because I can. He felt good about his flippancy. Do you have any money? She thought she might help. I have what I need. What if you want something else? She persisted. Well, I'll worry about that when I do. She pondered, her pretty head resting on her drawn-up knees. What do you find when you're beachcombing? She was growing incredulous. As he responded, it became clear to her that he had little experience, if any, of beachcombing. He was, she thought, a fraud as a beachcomber. But she liked him. Well, what do you do? He asked her pointedly in an attempt to deflect her inquiry. I am here because I have to be. I have inherited a large estate, and I must be here to sign legal papers and go to boring meetings. So there, I have answered you truthfully, which is more than you can say about yourself, beachcomber. There was a hint of rebuke in her soft voice, but her eyes were warm and tender. As she mused and relaxed into their growing intimacy, she asked, why do they call it the Nylon Pool? Because, from the air, as you fly in over the bay, the pool has the outline of a lady's nylon stocking, thus the name. She jumped on his answer. Well, finally a truth. You know you must always tell me the truth when we are married. Married? His voice cracked a little with surprise and humor. Why should we be married? She looked at him in feigned mock shock, placing a hand over her chest and looking directly into his eyes with meaningful intent. She delivered her riposte in a faux southern accent. Why, because you have seen me naked. You manhandled my bare body from the sea. We have no choice. We must be married. The next day she brought shaving things, a bowl, a canister of shaving foam, and a safety razor. She parked them all on the blanket he had laid out on the beach, and she watched the inquiry cross his face. What's this? He registered his non-participation and reluctance. I want to shave you. She delivered this in a very matter-of-fact way. I don't think so. Why not? Her mind was set. But why? He was losing, and he knew it. Because you will look better. I can make you look better. Come on, sit in the chair and I will shave you. You don't have a mirror, so I will do it for you. He could feel he did want to have her here with him. He could feel the moment, but she was so young. It was not possible. He sat in the chair as she took the foam dispenser and lathered his face with foam. The aroma and her touch were beguiling, and as she stood in front of him, he could not avoid his appreciation of her slim, toned, tanned thighs and the delight of her apricot bikini briefs against her hazelnut-brown skin. She made small effort noises as she skimmed away his beard, and her sounds, along with the warmth of the day, made it very difficult for him to hide his arousal. She leaned over and into him to scrape every corner, and her breast brushed his cheek and shoulder till he wondered if she were doing it on purpose. Her perfume was intoxicating. As she dried his face with a small towel, a quizzical look passed across her sensual face. He could feel the moment about to come again. She looked again and made a face, feigned a different angle and deliberation. But you... She leant close into him, drawing the beachcomber tangle of his hair off his forehead, revealing his full face. But you are... He kissed her, and as they drew apart, her face was full of the dawning realization. You're... He kissed her again, and they made, what she had decided was an inevitability days ago, love there on the beach. The small electric golf cart moved slowly down the underground ramp of the arena and came to a halt behind the stage. The capacity crowd out front was excited, and an electric buzz was in the air. They got out of the cart and mounted the stairs to stage left, and watched the band and backup singers work the build-up. She pressed soft against him, and he smiled into her brimming eyes. He leaned into her and whispered softly, "You saved my life." And with that, he strode out onto the stage to a rapturous welcome. The boy is back in the man. They lived happily ever after. It's true.